Hello, welcome to your message. Thank you so much for joining me. If you're keen or interested in booking me for a reading or a one-on-one session, you'll find my email listed on the screen. Okay, let us begin with your message and find out what God wants you to know at this time. Eight of Pentacles, Virgo energy, Knight of Cups, Scorpio energy. Okay. So with this Eight of Pentacles here and this Knight of Cups, there have been people that have tried to create obstacles in your spiritual journey, in your life purpose, in your life journey. Okay. And these people try to create blockages, and not only try to, they made a lot of effort to. These people dedicated themselves to this. They dedicated themselves to putting you in a certain position or seeing you in a certain position. It's like they couldn't stop until they got it done. It's like it got to them in that way. And with this Knight of Cups, it's like these people had a mediocre way of thinking. And this mediocre way of thinking was culminated from their mediocre way of viewing things from an emotional perspective. Meaning you have emotional intelligence and they don't at all, or there is a lack thereof. And their lack of emotional intelligence is the reason why they make such mediocre decisions and choices. This is why. So I see these people working tirelessly to keep you in this position. I see conversation. I hear conversations, okay, things being discussed, things being said about you, intentions being said out, manifestations being formed against you, okay? I see a lot of weapons being formed against you, beloved, with this Eight of Pentacles. But I see that nothing worked because it was all mediocre. So what mediocre means is the rank at which they were doing things in the 3D, whatever they were utilizing in the 3D to form a weapon against you, whatever they were using has a weak rank in the spiritual realm. Hence, it's so ineffective. It will never work. For anything to work, you have to be highly ranked in the spiritual realm. And to be highly ranked, you need to be good. God has laws. You can never be bad and be on the top. He's going to bring you down and humble you, truly. And so he's doing this to these people. Okay. We have the Tower here. Okay, this is Scorpio as well as the Wheel of Fortune. So with Scorpio showing up heavy twice in both forms, this is telling me that as above, so below. Okay. So what that means is these people had specific things, specific seeds they planted, okay, in this garden of life, hoping that these seeds can bloom into certain crop harvest or a specific tree that's going to bear specific fruits. It's like as much as these people are bad people, they're also experiencing life as human, okay? So they have dreams, they have wishes, they have hopes, they have faith in certain things, they have faith in getting certain opportunities and having certain favor go in their way. But in whose world is all of this happening in? In whose world are they receiving this favor? In whose world are they buying this car? In whose world are they having this luxury house? In whose world are these people betraying his own kind? So what God is saying, no matter where you are, whether you're at the top of the tower, at the bottom, right? You're at the top, you can look down on others, you're privileged, you're successful, you're wealthy. You're at the bottom, you're still trying to get to the top. Wherever you are in this tower of life, the tower falls regardless, and everyone crumbles, whether you're at the top or bottom. So what this means is that whatever these people were doing is crumbling. It's crumbling now. So this is to say that the seeds that they planted are not going to bloom the way they want them to, because the seeds were rotten. They were planted by a rotten person. It's like this person wanting to open up it's like one of these people maybe wanted to open up a business and have it be successful. It's not going to work. You are stuck because you are heavy-hearted. Okay, you cannot move, you're complacent, you're idle. This person cannot evolve. They cannot. These people couldn't. They can't. They're not equipped to. So what God is saying is like, as above, so below. What you put out, you will get. What you reap, you will sow. What comes is also what goes. Exactly, justice. Okay? Justice for everything, God is saying. Justice for it all, God is saying. So in this time in these people's lives, they're facing a huge amount of karma. And this karmic debt it goes hand in hand with their daily basis experiences. So these people have things that they wish to accomplish in this world, and those things are not going to go in their favor. Okay? I'm being called to crown the tower. These things are not going to go in their favor. Everything that they are planting is being uprooted. It's no longer going to grow. It's no longer going to be effective. God is enabling whatever they're doing to not work anymore in His world, because God has watched these people mislead, hurt, traumatize, make others insecure for too long. Like, God has watched all of this go on for too long. God has watched all of this go down for way too long. And He's saying, thank you for staying hopeful that your justice, and He, as He promised, thank you for staying. He's saying thank you for staying true to His promise, because it was so easy. It could have been sorry guys, it could have been so easy for you to take the easier way out. It could have been easier for you to take the cowardly way out, the way that is easier to control. But God is saying the sacrifice you made to choose His path for you, one which He chose for you, He says, I can never, ever forget that. So He will always choose you. And everyone that went against you will never be chosen for anything in their world and in their reality. This is God's karma to you, okay? This is what crowning the tower is. Okay, I'm being called to put these back, but we have the death here, okay? Scorpio. So Scorpio season is bringing this to these people's lives. Scorpio is the sign of redemption, okay? Scorpio rules over power, and any power struggles in any type of power, okay? So with that being said, the High Priest and the Ten of Swords, it's like the sign of the energy of Scorpio, right? It wants to redeem you. It wants to restore you. And what this means is in the month of November, you are going to experience a lot of healing, a lot of cleansing, okay, a lot of purification. It's like God wants to put you in a trance of better days. God wants to put you in a trance of less anxiety, less pain, less worry. God wants to put you in a position to be able to be okay with what you have and know that He's got you. God wants you to be the one to take the leading role and be successful at it. So He's promising you healing. This redemption is going to heal all aspects of any trauma that you have. But God is saying, with great trauma, the process of healing it is also going to be, it takes time, a great deal of time. So depending on the pace you and God have agreed on, upon the actions of your life and how the pace of things go for you, He is going to not go against that pace. He wants to create a pace that He knows will be calming and soothing for your heart space. So He will give you a different reality, okay? He wants to put you in a different trance. He wants you to feel differently about things. He doesn't want you to experience things in the same way anymore, okay? He wants to turn things around for you. And it's okay for it to come off as a shock in the beginning, beloved. It's a process. It's a process, my love. Give yourself the time to understand what God is doing, okay? We have the Knight of Cups. With this Knight of Cups energy, I see God has gifted you with so much. It's like so many beautiful things, like in terms of what you can bring to the world and what you can offer to the world. And what He's gifted you with is also, He's saying it's a gesture of love, okay? How deep His love really goes for you, how deep His love really runs in your favor. It's overpouring your cup. He doesn't only want to fill your cup to the brim, He wants it to overpouring and overflowing in love, okay? His love that you are going to see so very vividly in your reality. He does not want you to miss what He's doing, okay? And what He's about to do for you. He does not want you to miss out, okay? So your level of awareness is increasing with this being said. He wants you to be aware of it all in the rank at which you need to be aware of it in. You can't miss out on this memory. You can't miss out on this. God is saying you can't miss out, because you've missed out on a lot already, beloved. Like, you've been deprived of so much. Like, you didn't have a normal life, okay? And God wants to create a new normal for you in your favor, okay? With this King of Swords here, God wants to restore your heart. And everything karmically done to you is going to be repaid. It's like everyone is going to literally take accountability. You're going to not only see it, you're going to hear about it. If you were destined to not see it, if it's not your fate to cross the path of seeing how things unfold for certain people, then you won't. But God is saying there are people that you guys are meant to see. You're meant to see them get what they deserve because of the great deal of pain they brought upon your life. But He wants you to be ready to see that. So as much as He's distributing the karma for everyone, you're also getting karma, and yours is just good. It's just good karma, hence it's not affecting you in a negative way. Instead, you're going to find yourself healing more. more and more every day. Like your daily life experiences are going to bring you much more healing. And God is telling me that He's going to use a specific way to do this. So He's saying that he's going to lead you towards certain things that you need to find, certain things that you need to buy, certain things that you have bought already. He's going to point you out to certain things, right? Certain signs you're going to see that lead to certain things. And once you take heed and obey to that, those things that you find are going to bring you great healing. So this could be God saying, try out this new type of tea from Starbucks or whatever cafe is of your choice. And you might wonder, okay, but why? Like, why am I supposed to? But he sees all that you don't. He knows what is good for you and what will work for you and what will turn your life around and what will improve your mental health. He knows what is healthy for you and your body, because He knows your soul, your mind, and your heart is your soul. So God wants to selectively handpick things that you need to get for your reality and your world to improve in a way that is going to heal you, bring you calmness, bring you peace. He no longer wants you to vibrate in a state of anxiety all the time. He wants you to be content in Him and find rest in Him. He's saying, like, I don't want you preaching my word if you're not experiencing it. You need to experience me so that you know me. And when you speak of me, you know what you're saying because you know me. These are a lot. I'm being called to read them all. Okay. So we have the Three of Cups first, okay? So with the Three of Cups energy, I see that there are certain actions taken here by certain people in a cohesive manner, meaning these actions were taken upon a certain intention towards you. When these people did this and these actions were taken, these people had a specific intention for them. They knew what they wanted to get out of this when they got into it. So with this being said, I see that there is something that happened to you. And this was the doing of specific people, 3 people. So this could go in 2 narratives. The first narrative could be the fact that these people are your family members, right? And the second narrative could be that each of these individual people holds 3 individual experiences that hurt you in 3 different ways, but it was still traumatic nonetheless. 3 traumatic events from 3 different people who served 3 different purposes, or it's family members. So I see these people celebrating, right? Having like the time of their life, like as soon as they done all that they did to you, as soon as the deed was done, whatever weapon was formed against you, as soon as it was formed and they had sent it out, they were celebrating. Like they literally went out and bought this and that, to counter to their pleasure. they were like in a very good mood the next morning, even, feeling really great. They were really feeding into this. They were really like, it really felt good. That's the thing. I'm really even feeling it. It felt good for them. Like, it felt good. Can you imagine that? It felt good for them to do what they did. It felt good. It felt good. I'm so stunned, man. What the hell? So with this being said, it's like, so when they were out celebrating, one of these people spilled something on themselves, right? Spilled a drink of celebratory karma on themselves. So let me say that in a context of some simplicity. When you are existing in earth, you're existing as spirit, and we are all doing anything that we do with spirit first, okay, whether it's acknowledged or not. So when these people went out to go get these drinks, they went out with the intention to celebrate something, a victory. In their eyes, it's a victory, but in the spiritual realm, it's a crime. So when you go out to celebrate a crime and then the police bust you and take you away, and everything that you put into this crime, you can't even access anymore because it's been taken away because it was wrongfully took. That's the same thing that's happening in the spiritual realm. So when these people went out to celebrate, one of them spilled the drink that they were drinking to celebrate with the pleasure of the victory of a weapon formed against you. They spilled that drink on themselves, and they specifically spilled it in their private area, okay, on it. Whether they were clothed or whatever, they spilled it in that area. That's the significance of this. So what this means is their root chakra has been affected. Their root chakra is now, it's like when they did that, they really planted a seed. And this seed was a seed of karma. So, Two of Cups here. So I see these people conversing, after this happened, this drink spilled on this person, they started speaking about it, It's like they start, oh, do you wanna get something to wipe? Okay. And then they never spoke about it again. Like, after it happened, it was just a drink being spilled, after all, right? In the reality of it, in the 3D. But this individual that this drink was spilled on, they're linked, okay? They linked to a specific feminine that might be linked to your life, but doesn't have to be, okay? But they're linked to someone, so they're in a relationship with someone. That's what linked is. They're in a relationship with someone. So the person that they're in a relationship with, after the incident happened, they, whatever, they still celebrated their night, and they really had a good time. I won't lie. I see these people doing it all, man. Whatever. They did it all. They utilized their finances against you, okay? Yeah, we did it. You did this, I did this, I did this. Yeah, cheers, congratulations, finally this person's gonna get what they deserve, yeah, And then they get home, okay, these two people out of the three. There are two people here, right? So there's the one who the drink was spilled on, and then there's the person that person is connected to, their significant other within that regard, okay? So when this person got home that night, that area of their body started hurting, okay? Including their abdomen, their stomach, but like the lowest part of it, the lower part of it that is linked, okay, to their private area, to their genitals, okay? It started to hurt. They started to like really, I see this person screaming in pain, like, ow, ow, this, this is, what is this? And, the significant other is also, It's like because they were also in that moment drunk, you know, or high, because they were in the celebratory mood. They came back from celebrating this victory. She didn't take it seriously, okay? She didn't cater to this man. So it's like this feminine sees this masculine in a very dead way. Like they see them to be nothing. Like they see them to be someone that is just merely existing in their reality for self-pleasure or for a certain high, because they don't have anyone else. No one is willing to put up with this person, this feminine. No one is willing to cater to them. No one is willing to understand them. Everyone is looking at them as a sheep in wolf's clothing, a wolf in sheep's clothing. Because of who they are, okay? So I see that, they're linked, beloved. So when he experienced this pain, when the masculine experienced the pain from what was spilled, she felt it the next morning, okay? The feminine. The next morning. So she woke up, this feminine was in a good mood, okay? They were feeling very empowered due to the previous night's actions. They felt really whole about it. Like they were conversing about it even, oh, we really did it. Like, yeah, babe, yes, we did it, So here this feminine goes, waking up, getting out of the bed after they had this conversation she had this conversation with her masculine that she's linked to spiritually, not even just in the physical with the contract. She gets up, and what happens is, as soon as she walks out the room, whatever room she was in before, she starts to bleed. Like she starts to bleed as if you were on your menstrual cycle, but she wasn't on her menstrual cycle. For some of you, this person is over the age of experiencing that. They might have went through menopause, okay? That's for someone. But yes, this feminine energy began to bleed. So as they bled, right, they heard, specifically this person heard the blood splats drop like on the floor. Like they heard it, they heard it. And as they heard it, it activated something clairvoyantly in this person. And this was the work of your ancestors. So as it activated something clairvoyantly, the sound of the blood spat on the floor, they started to feel a wave of panic hit. They started to feel very overwhelmed. Like this person, this feminine started like, and after that, there was this calm down of them falling to the ground on their knees. And then it's like on all fours, like hands and then knees, like a dog would be. So this person, they fall on their hands and knees, and then they look at the blood, okay? They look at it and they start to panic. At first, it doesn't hit them that something might be wrong. But because this person, they're linked in their lineage to spirituality, spiritual things are very common to them. They know, okay? They have insight about certain spiritual things because also of the life that they live, despite the path that they might have chosen to take due to their bad decisions. But they They know, okay? So this person, when they saw this blood, they were hit by a flashback, a slow deja vu type flashback. They were hit with this flashback, and it took them back in a time in their life when they were really young, or they were really young in heart, young hearted, not really heavy at heart, you know, not taking upon life in a bitter manner, in a bitter way, not being ruthless and, you know, being cruel, evil, spiteful, envious, jealous. None of that. Your ancestors took them back to that time with that incident. So they're on their knees looking at the blood, and they get hit with this flashback as they're looking at the blood. So this flashback, when it brings them back to the past, okay, this memory, this deja vu memorial that lies upon their mental, their mind space, they start to feel what they felt then. So that lightheartedness, it's like it was them being in a complete opposite state of being, because they're definitely the opposite of lighthearted. They're carrying heavy burdens in their heart because of who they are and what they've done in this life. They're miserable people, very sad. This person is a very sad person at heart. But your ancestors took them to a place when they were happy at heart, to remind them of what life was. Because this person, it's like they forgot. It's like everything that they have been doing, the bad deeds, like it was just a pile up of them. They were just in it and going and going and doing it and not thinking about any consequences. And when this incident hit and they were having this flashback, they were also hit with the revelation of the truth. Because when your ancestors pulled them out of that deja vu, when they were back in reality, in the 3D, it's like they got hit by a pain that they've never felt or never experienced in a long time. It's like it hit them as if it was like a physical beating that they were experiencing. Whatever came out of them in that deja vu, it didn't come to play. Ace of Cups. I see this person getting up, and as they were on their feet, right on their knees, looking at the blood, having the deja vu, they had a moment of great, a great cry, a great sorrow, a great cry. They were literally in a very sorrowful state of being, like a great cry, like, when a wolf would howl to the moon. We don't know why they do it. We don't know if the wolf is hurting and calling for help. We don't know the wolf's intention as they do this. This person had the same cry, like the cry of the lone wolf, man. The cry of the great cry. They experienced that. And as this great cry hit, as the tears were rolling down their eyes, rolling down their face, they started receiving revelations, okay? Revelations of your ancestors showed this person your greatness in the revelation. It's like what this means is this person saw you being crowned to live a specific life in the spiritual realm. You were being crowned for that. So it's like they saw that They saw the life you were destined to live apart from their individual opinion. They saw it for what it was. No judgment, no emotion. They just saw it. They were just in it and they saw it. And your ancestors knew that this person needed that, so that they see what God is doing with you. And they not only see it, they feel it. They co-created this whole incident so that this person feels it. It's like this person saw you, like they actually looked into your eyes. And when they looked into your eyes in that revelation, it broke something inside of them. And they felt it in the same position in the abdomen, okay, as the masculine they were connected to. They felt it there. They felt the ties that bind break. Ace of Wands. With this Ace of Wands, your ancestors are saying that as this person got up from that great cry that brought in a great revolution within their mind, due to the revelation they received, when they got up from their knees, they touched the blood, okay? It was in their hand, like they, mistakenly though. And when the blood was touched, they remembered you again, but this time in a different form. They remembered you in a different way. It's like they saw the side of you that they were pushing you to bring out of yourself. A side that was non-existent. This is a side of evil. A side non-existent within you that they try to bring outside of you because they're cruel. So they saw you being the way they were towards you. They saw you being that way towards them as they got a revelation about you again in that moment. That is what they were shown. And this person could not take it, man. Ace of Cups and the Ace of Wands. This was a big shift that happened in their mind and heart, in spirit and in the 3D. This was unexplainable, but very much God. This person knew that this was God's doing. They knew that this was your ancestors coming to recollect the debt, because they knew what they did. We have the Queen of Swords and the Seven of Pentacles. It's like this person, when they went to the forest of bad and took that aisle and walked that path to seek vengeance upon you, they stumbled upon the wrong trees in that forest that bear the wrong fruit. It's like God is saying he had a plan for this person. He had a plan for what he wanted this person to be in this life. But this person's bad decisions and bad deeds, them being driven by sin, is what drove them away from this path that God had in store for them. This person was a grand trine in their time, and they didn't even get to discover this because their heart was so impure. They could not tap into anything. So what they stumbled upon was very, 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 it was like when they did all that they did, they stumbled upon a portal of evil, okay? When they were doing what they were doing to you, they stumbled upon evil, a portal of evil. And this portal of evil It's like it's here to take this person. It's here to counter to the blood that was spilled, the tears that were dropped, the cruelty that was done. It's here, and it's now. So with this Queen of Swords, I see that the moon is frowning at this person, okay? This person is very frowned upon by the sun too. Does not shine in their favor. The moon does not move in their light. They are being frowned upon in the spiritual realm, and they can feel it in the 3D. This person is in a great deal of despair. They're in a treacherous state of being. I see them shedding countless tears, feeling countless paranoia and anxiety. The same countless paranoia and anxiety they sent your way. And as they are feeling it, they are also seeing that it's like the traumatic, the most. This is so crazy, you guys. Like, the complexity of this is crazy, because as they are seeing that, as they are feeling this anxiety and having this paranoia, they are also aware that they sent the same to you. So it's like, as they feel it, they feel you, but not you as in your energy. They feel you as in the karma they owe you, because they are now extremely. It's like in a position of despair here. Everything is blocked. They can't move anything. Nothing. No opportunities are opening up. Nothing is happening. Everything is closed. Everything is shut down. Everything is going against them. It's like every sign they see that it has a quote that it reminds them and triggers them of every bad deed they've done. It's like this world is becoming hell for them. For hell is here, and it's judgment time. Y'all gotta be paying, man. It's due. Your ancestors are saying it's due for these people. They want to make that very clear. As soon as they depart after the karmic debt and karmic contract is fulfilled, it's going to be very clear, okay? So for some of you, your ancestors are going to enable you to encounter this person in your path soon. And they are going to do this so that they reveal to this person your greatness in the 3D form, to close off the chapter completely and close the portal in their mind, that person's mind, okay? So that they see the fact that they can never get the same you twice, and that they can get out of this mental entrapment that they have conjured up due to their ill will, thinking that they can have this, they can get this, they can do this. It's like all of that is being accounted for within this time, okay? Especially with regards to in specific November. Specifically, it begins in November. So with this being said, the other half of you, okay, the others of you, you're not meant to see this person until they've gone through their karmic debt, until their contract is over. Okay, that is the deal of the contract in the spiritual realm, that you are not meant to see this person after it is over. Okay, so take that narrative, how it fits in your life, of you knowing that you are supposed to really encounter this person. That will be what frees the both of you, not just you. Or knowing that you are not supposed to go through that. That will be what frees the both of you. Them not seeing you. So it could go both ways. They could need to see you as karma, or they could not, or their karma is not seeing you. Okay? I'm being called to leave it here, okay, my beloved. This was your message. Really hope this helped you. If you are keen or interested in booking me for reading, you'll find my email listed on the screen or down in the description box below. I offer any and all kinds of readings, including one-on-one sessions with me via FaceTime, a video call, Zoom call, as well as Skype. I'm sending you nothing but love, my beloved. Bye.